I'm Kyle Barefield with All Things Hunting, and I want to quickly run through my 2022 hunting rig, my bow setup for the season. I'll start off with the bow. I'm actually shooting an Evolution XS from Obsession Archery. This is the Realtree Escape version of this bow. We ordered these bows, and I actually ordered a 70-pound bow, but a 60-pound bow showed up, and I decided I was going to try to run with that. I usually shoot 70 or even 80 pounds, but I'm kind of falling in love with the 60-pound limbs. I can hold it longer. Just a lot less effort on my part to shoot it for a long time. So I like it. I shoot real good with it. So I may be on to something. I may stick with 60 for a long time. But that's the Obsession Evolution XS. Great shooting bow. We're going to shoot it here in just a second. But I've got an IQ bow sight. Got a 7-pin IQ. My favorite IQ is a 3-pin that has the floater at the bottom. You know, you got 2 fixed pins, and then your 3rd pin is a floater. This has 7 fixed pins. I was going to try it, but I've got it set up 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, all the way out to the last pin. 10-yard increments. Got the red in the middle. I'll show you these. Red in the middle is 50. That's the pin that I base off of. Some people buy higher dollar bow sights, you know, that it's just your preference, what you like the most. I really love the IQ with the retina lock system that comes with these sights. You know, before I was shooting one of these sights, you know, I couldn't group as good. I started shooting the retina lock, and I've noticed that every time I draw, I'm doing something usually a little bit different, torquing it just a little different, so that retina lock gets me back in the exact same thing every time. That's the key to shooting good with a bow, is consistency. Hold your bow the same, you know, everything, follow through, everything the same, not torquing it, all that good stuff. So IQ helps me out a lot. I shoot it. I love the sight. I've just got a simple Apex Archery 6-arrow quiver, nothing fancy. I don't shoot with my quiver on, so I'll take my quiver off when I shoot. You know, I've got a Trophy Taker drop away arrow rest. I've shot Trophy Taker now for 7 or 8 years, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So even if I get a new bow, I usually take my Trophy Taker rest off and just keep rolling it to the next. I'm shooting gold tip kinetic Pierce 340 spine arrows, 8.3 grains per inch in this arrow. I'm shooting nocturnal lighted nocks with a Slick Trick standard broadhead on the end of it. I'll say this about the Slick Trick: if you shoot at something, it's probably going to die. You know, the key to a broadhead is not to kill good when you make a slam dunk shot. The key is to kill good when you make a slightly not as good a shot. And these broadheads have done wonders for penetration, blood trails, everything. We shoot them. We're not sponsored by them, but we shoot them. If you see I don't shoot a stabilizer on my bows, I've got just a donut from Limb Saver just to help give it a little more dampening. But I shot with and without a stabilizer, and just me personally, when I'm hunting, I don't use one. That was a quick rundown. I've been shooting it, you know, for a month now or so with field tips, but I'm gonna shoot a broadhead, making sure the broadheads fly just like a field tip. So we'll shoot it one time and be ready to hunt tomorrow. I'll show you something that I believe in when it comes to shooting. When you're talking about releases, I shoot 2 different releases. I have a release that I shoot at targets, and I have a release that I hunt with. I try to make them as similar as far as when I draw and anchor as possible. You know, the same length, size, weight, everything, but they're totally different. This is a hinge release. This is just a thumb release. But this hinge actually has a safety, and I have hunted with it. I've killed deer with it. But sometimes when you're shooting a hinge release, it takes a little longer to go off. That's the point of it. It's where you can't punch it. I have a bad problem, call it target panic, whatever you want, of punching the trigger. And sometimes punching the trigger before I get right on the bullseye. And that's not what you want. You know, when you're shooting a bow, you want to aim, burn a hole in the bullseye, little small circles around the bullseye as you squeeze the trigger until it goes off. And I can't do that with a trigger style release, with a index release, or sometimes even a thumb release. But however, if I shoot all off season With a hinge release, it trains my body to just aim, aim, aim until it goes off. Then when I hunt, the first couple times I shoot this thumb release, I'm still in that habit of, it's easier for me to aim, 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 squeeze until it goes off. If I shoot this 5 or 6 times at a target, as I get more and more shots, I get back in that old habit of getting on the bullseye and punching the trigger. So that's why I shoot the hinge at a target. And then when it comes to hunting, I shoot this, because when I'm shooting the hinge at deer, sometimes if they're moving or if they turn before it goes off, you got to stop and start over. And you really need a deer to stand perfectly still for 10 or 15 seconds with a hinge, and that's not going to happen all the time. So we're going to shoot that. If you have target panic or if you have problems punching the trigger, I'd strongly suggest shooting a hinge release. This is a true ball. It's got a safety, and this is a true ball thumb release as well. These are older releases. They're a few years old, so I'm not sure if they're even still made, but I'm sure they have newer models that complement these great. One thing I also believe in is shoot exactly at your targets what you hunt with. So I shoot my lighted nocks at targets too. I usually have an older set of lighted nocks that they may be dead, but same weight, same everything. So I shoot them. You can shoot these nocks enough where you stretch them or you break them. And you know, some people say don't shoot your lighted nocks that much, but I want to shoot exactly what I'm gonna hunt with to know exactly how it's gonna perform. And if I wear the knockout, I'll just buy another one and change it.